Bula Bula. Hello, everybody. Bula in Fiji Wonderland. You are already in the future ahead of us, so you are well into 2019. Yay! Woohoo! It's just another day in paradise, eh? Yay! And so all of you Americanos are over here getting ready for the festivities. But remember, whenever you're getting ready for the festivities and you go out for the festivities, then you're going to want to see us at the end of the night. We've already had some frequent inhalers today. One guy had to come back and get his second round to go out for the evening. So all of you that are out there late night, hello Kermit, how are you? Be sure and come into the oxygen bar so that you can think clearly. You can get oxygen flow into the head, to the brain, and get your blood circulating. So you're going to go out there and do some fun, wild things. Okay, yay! Come in here and do some inhalation. Prevent a hangover. Well, you can prevent a hangover with this. And also, if you already have a hangover by the time you get here, you can relieve that hangover. Yes, Kermit stopped in to say hello. So nice of you to do so, Kermit. So we are going to do our invites on here, and we are going to let you all know that every little thing is going to be okay. Every Little Thing by Bob Marley. But it's appropriate because you all know how I am with festivities and holidays, and it's just another day in paradise to me. Okay, so let's get our invites. Every little thing gonna be all right. Don't you all love my serenading? I'll let Bob do it because I like his singing better right now. So yeah. Every little thing gonna be all right. Right there this morning, my with the rising sun. Little bird. All right, invite your family, invite your friends. Our topic for tonight is balancing the yin and the yang. If you want to know a little bit more about that, join us. About a thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright. It's all gonna be alright. Right back this morning, my with the rising sun. Pretty bird. Hello everybody, I see you on here, but I'm not sure who you are because it doesn't pick up every single name, but it picks up your eyeballs. I'm watching you, watching me. I know you all are getting ready to go out for the festivities, but it's still early. It's not even 7 p.m. yet. And I know there's a lot of things happening in downtown Branson. So let me know who's on here. Just doing my invites over here. I have a little bit of a quiet moment. Isn't that rare? What will I do with myself? All right, so we have got those invites going on and had a little bit of Bob Marley to let you know that every little thing is going to be all right, even though sometimes we think that it won't be. I have to be reminded of, oops, I'm done with you. I'm done. I have to be reminded of that myself. Remember, the teachers need teaching and the healers need healing. Me, please. I will take it from you all. You all are so awesome and amazing, and I love each and every one of you. So, okay, so we've got our invites done. All right, everybody. So let us know what you're doing for this fantastic Rockin' Eve evening. Yeah, just have fun with yourselves, okay? Awesome! Yay! Karen, so good to see you, Karen. What are you doing over there in freaking Eureka-ites over there, Karen? What are you and Brody up to? Love to see you. Thanks for stopping in the shop. So we are talking about, well, first of all, before we dive deeper into the senses and the balancing of the yin and the yang, remember last night we had a very special visitor. I had a surprise visitor to come see us. Well, our surprise visitor was someone that came to our in-home stay programs in Fiji Wonderland. Yes! So let's all give a nice, big, warm welcome to my amazing, now turned lovely friend, Debbie!
Hello, everybody.
My friend Debbie, she came to visit me, and man, did she ever cheer me up. Let me tell you what, not that I was like really sad, you know, but she has a way of just really cheering me up. So anyway, I just wanted everybody to say hi to Debbie, but she came to visit us. Remember when we did our own home? We did our own home. We did our in-home stay programs in Fiji. She was one of our guests that stayed for a month long.
Yes,
how cool was that?
I did. It was very cool. Very good.
So did you learn things from this psychedelic, colorful hippie gypsy?
You need to come to the paradise and experience it. You absolutely do. That's all I can really say to encourage you. But it was a beautiful opportunity. It was a wonderful experience.
Yay,
and I loved the paradise.
Awesome. There. And you know what? She loved it so much that this lady right here, remember we have retreats coming up in Fiji. The first one is April 5th through the 15th. We only have room for 10 guests. We've already got 3 that have applied. So we've only got room for 10 guests on this first retreat. But she loved it so much that she is coming to help support us and help organize our retreat in Fiji. That's how much you liked it, right?
I'll be there to help your experience, to make sure it's an awesome blessing for each of you.
And Debbie has great organizational skills where, you know me, I'm fly by the seat of my pants kind of gal. And it all works great, but she has great organizational skills. So that way everything's going to ebb and flow just as it should. Of course, you know, we can always work on different things. But anyway.
I'll be your go-to person.
There you go. So everybody, give it up for Debbie.
Yay.
Debbie.
I'm so glad to meet you all. I hope I can be there with you each. This spring. That would be awesome.
That would be awesome sauce, awesome blossom. So anyway, this is my newfound friend, Debbie. Okay, so let's dive deeper into our, well, you all want to, we'll have the flyers up in the next, well, maybe a few hours, maybe tomorrow morning, depends on, we're going to hang out. Debbie and I are going to hang out, and well, we are going to treat you with oxygen therapy to get it circulated in your brain, and we're going to have some oxygen therapy ourselves. We're going to have some wine, organic wine over here. We're going to watch a powerful movie. Was going to go out on the town, but Ozark Marketing Group, you all totally amazing. Everybody, there's after hours going on at the paddle wheel tonight. Give Brian and the girls a big, huge hello, a shout out. They're at the paddle wheel. Actually, now as we speak, they're setting up with their live band and DJ and all that good kind of stuff. So if you're in the downtown Branson area, go by the paddle wheel and give Brian and the girls a high five at Branson after hours at the paddle wheel. So anyway, they're a great marketing group too. Totally awesome. Okay, so with our Fiji retreats, you definitely want to take advantage of that. We have an early bird special that if you sign up now, you get a huge discount, and we have all kinds of incentives for you all to get over there. We have my doctors, my personal doctors, Dr. Joy and Dr. Tom Watson will be accompanying us at this retreat so they can teach you energetic healing of yourself. We have, of course, Debbie is going to be organizing for us. We have a Reiki and a massage therapist that will be there on hand for you. We also have Janet, who will be doing hypnotherapy sessions, and she will also be teaching classes on the power of I am. So you definitely want to take advantage of our Fiji retreats coming up in April 5th through the 15th. Stay tuned for those details. And then, of course, you'll have yours truly over there to teach you the art of the health restoration, literally to sculpt your body, mind, and spirit and dive deeper into your soul, and to help teach you how to create your own oasis. You don't have to be in Fiji. But you can create that wonderland in your own area. And so we teach you also how to live totally sustainable, totally organic, without breaking the bank, and teach you the tools that will last a lifetime, instead of saying, hey, this is what we do, good, have fun with that. No, we instill it with you so you are not going to forget it. Okay, so definitely stay tuned for those details about our 10-day retreat program. Yay! Okay, so as you all know, that there's a lot of forces going on. There's a lot of powers at play out there. There's just so much happening in this world. And, you know, I get it from different people as well as myself, different inboxes, different messages and emails that, you know, different questions that are asked, different life situations, different scenarios that are going on. And, you know, we're constantly learning. I'm always growing, and I love to share my growth with you all so I can pass along the experiences to you, so that you all can live a life of abundance and prosperity and happiness. And sometimes things do come and sidetrack us, but sometimes maybe they're really not sidetracking us. It seems like a sidetrack, and it seems like we're getting off. And I've actually learned a lot. Debbie, even though she came to us in Fiji for a total body, mind, and spirit reboot, she is that, you know, we all need different guidance. We all need different help. She's actually been a great mentor, and she has been very good with words of wisdom while she's been here with me over the weekend, and she'll be here for a few more days. So she has been giving me some good insights of how to, you know, really sit back and think about how to work with certain situations, okay? And so I definitely appreciate that. And I want to share that along with you. But also, did you all watch my episode that I did with our hypnotherapist, Janet? So Janet is a great hypnotherapist. Let me see if she's on here. I invited her. And you definitely want to go and friend her. She is in our group. Let's see. So anyway, I spent, well, as you know, we spent the weekend together over the holiday, and had lots of soul searching, outside nature time, recharging time, and I went through hypnotherapy session. Did you all see that video that I had Janet in the shop, and we actually we were talking about hypnotherapy and what she does and how she does it. It was actually excuse me, it was on Janet's video, but on Janet's page, but we actually put it in the Art of Health Restoration group. So definitely go back and check that out. But I went through my hypnotherapy session. It was very eye-opening. It was very peaceful. It was very assuring, because even though I believe in all of this stuff and I practice what I preach, I'd never done hypnotherapy myself. And I was like, you know, just, okay, this is great. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what was going to come of it, and I was just laying there. And again, this is hypnotherapy, and that's in the other video where, you know, you don't go and cluck like a chicken. She's not going to make you say things that you don't want to say, but your inner voice is going to talk about some certain things, okay? And so I found myself drifting, but she didn't want me to go to sleep. Not supposed to go to sleep. I wasn't sleepy, but I found myself just kind of like drifting, and I would tell myself, you're not supposed to do that. You've got to grab your attention right here. You got to grab your attention, because you're not going to be hypnotized. You know, I kept telling myself that. But I kept finding myself in in the middle of this. And it was so funny whenever she would, you know, test me on certain things. It was like really true. So we'll have more elaboration on hypnotherapy, but I wanted to touch base on that because that's one of the journeys that I went on over the past week, and it was an amazing journey. And when I got up, you know, I was still me. Everything was still good. I felt a tingling sensation, a very comforting sensation, but I was still kind of confused, didn't really know. But I woke up the next day, and I had such a refreshed feeling, a sense of peace, and a sense of balance. if you will. Not that I didn't have that. I had peace in my life. Don't get me wrong. Pete, you all know me. I mean, what you see on camera is literally what we are behind scenes. Even Jonathan and me, what you see on camera, we were really like, you know, we never fought. Like, seriously, we were very, very, very happy. I'm a very happy person, and it is very real, but we all have room for improvement. We all have room for growth and expansion, okay? There's so much to learn, so much to see, and so much to know, and I just wanted to absorb it like a sponge. And so what I mean by I had a sense of peace, it was a different sense of peace that was different, and I was seeing things a little bit differently. And then as the day went on, Janet was like, you're glowing. Like, you are really, something's definitely different. I said, yeah, I feel different. But I can't put my finger on it. And I had this dream, but I can't remember. And I always remember my dreams. But it got me to really pondering. And then I had some different things speak to me. It really, I don't know if it had anything to do with hypnotherapy or not, but I was doing under the moonlight. I was doing my moonlight stuff. That was before hypnotherapy. And then I was doing just different things, and I experienced really what it means. I experienced really what it means for balance and the yin and the yang. And I always talk about that because we have to have a balance to equalize the positive and the negative. And when we dive deeper, it really does get deep, and I don't want to get too deep to confuse you all, because this can be a 3-series episode, a 3-part series. But I mean, people that are really close to me and people that can read things, you know what's going on. Oh, I think we have some guests coming in, so I'm going to have to tend to them because Debbie is outside. So pardon me for just a moment. Oh, it's a kid-friendly store. We can go do the crayons and the Play-Doh and do the puppets. Yeah, we love kids. Hi there. Hi. Oh, hi there. How are you?
She said, how are you? Say, I'm good.
Yeah. Awesome. I like your froggy.
What's this?
Those are pet rocks. Those are rocks that we paint on. And we have some more rocks in the back, and you can color, and you can do Play-Doh, you can do puppets.
Let's come back this way.
Yeah. How are you doing tonight?
Good. How are you?
Good. Well, welcome to our ministry shop, where everything in here is good for the health of you and the health of the planet.
Awesome.
And for the little kids. You can't hurt anything. No, we make this open to kids.
Okay.
Absolutely. We have our Rainbow Warriors program in the back. We have a lot of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're waiting on our pizza, and he would not stay in a very small
Oh, okay.
room.
Well, browse around, look around. If you hear me talking, I'm doing a live video,
Oh, okay,
and so
wait, I'm sorry.
no, I'm open because we have our oxygen bar. So when everybody else is out here and they have a little bit too much, they can come in here and they can get a clear head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and kids can do it too. Now he might be a little bit too young to keep it in his nose, but I have a few kids that come in here regularly that inhale the oxygen because it's very good to purify the lungs and get good oxygen to the brain, to the blood cells. It's a concentrator that actually purifies the air that you're breathing, so you're not on a tank. And we are below medical grade, so we're pharmaceutical grade without a prescription. Very prestigious breathing air, as if you were in the middle of the rainforest. Yeah. So it just, and it prevents diseases, helps relieve. Well, you're welcome to do it.
Okay, well, let's see. Come back
Okay.
this way. Let's go back here.
You want to go color? Awesome. Okay, so back to our regularly scheduled program. I love this shop. It's so refreshing, and we get so many amazing, neat people and kids. We're such a kid-friendly shop. So if you have kids, if you have furry kids, bring in your furry kids, your furry friends, bring in the whole family. It's such an amazing shop over here, and you can just have a breath of fresh air. It's just so awesome, yeah? So even if I have to say so myself, that's what everybody says when they come in. They just feel a sense of peace in here. They feel a sense of fresh air because we have the amoras. We are harmonizing the place. We have an equal energy balance in here. And we'll tell you more about that in other videos. It's just so awesome. So Karen's been here. She knows what the feeling is like. We've had a few people in, so thank you all for supporting us. So anyway, the ones that know me, you know different journeys that I've been on. And they're great. Life is a journey. It is an experience. And yeah, we're all going to make mistakes. we're all going to say things that maybe we regret or that we didn't want to say. But sometimes, remember I touched base the other day about being on the outside looking in. I've touched base on that a lot. But literally, when you see yourself doing something, no, he's perfectly fine. When you see yourself doing something that, yeah, he's fine. That's a kid's corner. You can talk on the chalkboard, and you can play with the little foamings back there that are rice instead of styrofoam. Yeah, we have all kinds of fun stuff. So whenever who else is on here? Karen, love the shop. It just keeps getting better. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Karen. You're so amazing. Thank you for all that awesome support. So as I was touching base on this video the other day about, I just saw myself looking and I could see myself talking. I know some of you are thinking this is like too voodoo. It might seem like that a little bit later, but you know, stand with me because we are all energy beings. We're all from energy. And I have put a few things to the test over the past month, and especially over the past 2 weeks. And I did on my other healing journey, if you all will. I put a lot of things to the test because my dad always told me to test the spirits. You know, we shouldn't test God, maybe, but we should test all the spirits. And so I did that. I put a lot of things to the test. And some of the things I put to a test that I didn't really, right here, that you're looking at, didn't really know I was putting some things to the test, but my inner being, my higher self, could see some things going on. And she's my twin, was telling my body what to do. Am I making an excuse for different people to do different things? No, heck not. Heck no, this is something totally different. This is talking about energy and spirituality and growing and learning and understanding the consciousness, understanding what is going on. Lisa, so good to see you. Lisa, thank you for your hospitality over at your amazing home. And Hank is such a good dog. Oh my goodness, it was like he wasn't even there. He is such a good dog. You did such a great job on raising him. Anyway, thank you, Lisa, and thank you for tuning in. So anyway, whenever we get to know our conscious being and we get to know our, oh, Lisa King, how are you? I was thinking, I thought that said Lisa Ma'am. Lisa King, it said, when are you coming over to the shop? You live not far away, so come on over and bring your sweet, sweet son over here to the shop. He'll have such a fun time talking on the chalkboard. So Lisa, bring your son on over. Lisa King. Karen, just be you. Speak your truth. Don't worry about us. Oh, you are awesome, Karen. Thank you so much. So as I'm going through certain situations in my life, I literally was watching myself do something. But I already knew that I was going to do this. I didn't know that I knew that I was going to do this. But now that I sit back and I look, I'm like, oh my goodness. And Karen, awesome, Lisa. And Karen is such a great, Karen, you're awesome. She puts a lot, her and Brody, they open their horizons and they open their hearts and they open their whole spirit and body. And you can learn a lot from Karen and Brody. I'm just going to tell you all that right now. So Karen has a lot of great insights and she's helped me to see things with a different twist. And it's so amazing. I love learning from everybody else. And I love teaching you all what I learned. It's just so great. So as I'm going through this experience, part of me wanted to break down and cry, which I did at one time. Part of me was like so upset with myself. Part of me was so irritated. But the other part of me just kept, it like put a muzzle on my mouth and it put bands around my arms so I couldn't do anything that I nicely wanted to do. And I couldn't say anything that I wanted to say. So what I'm trying to tell you is that we have these higher beings, and it's not until we get really in touch, but sometimes our higher selves will get us in touch with our own selves, and it just kind of seems like it goes bam out of nowhere. And what seems to be a very crazy, messed up, bad situation may not be as bad as you would think that it was at first sight. You know, whenever you all go through different breakups, relationships, or family quarrels, or mother-daughter, or father-son, whatever the case may be, doesn't matter. What matters is that sometimes you know, sometimes, yeah, there are some stupid, ignorant things that are being said, but sometimes whenever you are on such a higher vibration and a different plane, that you're looking at different things transpiring, then you are able to see your inner being. But maybe maybe your self isn't ready to see that yet, but you are somewhat listening, but you don't really know what you're listening to. But it seems like a big tsunami is happening. Do you need some help? Do you have any questions with that?
Oh, I'm just gonna buy them.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's gonna get some crayons and Play-Doh. We're in a great place. So we're a cash only shop, and we're also tax free. And we are
You
a
make sure I have
mystery.
cash.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so seven, 14, 7, 7, 8. Hey, you are doing so good. So good. Okay. So you just the 4 things? Okay. Is that right? Oh, yeah. 36. These are going to be so fun for you. Yeah, and if you want, do you live around here? Well, that's okay, because our missions are worldwide, and we have Fiji missions and Africa missions, and it's also nationwide. So if you want to sign our guest book, we will keep you posted on all of the happenings in our mission that we do with the Rainbow Warriors, and it is something that you can get your son involved with, and it will be totally fun. Feel free to join and sign up. It's just lots of fun that we have, and then we'll have some great things going on. Let me get you back here. She wants that back over here. We have stuff scattered out all the time when the kiddos come in, so I will put that up for you. Yeah, after you're finished with it there, when you do it. Okay, and let me give him a tattoo. Would you like a tattoo to take home with you? Your toxic fruit tattoos. I'll give you a couple. How's that? Let's do some raccoons. Ooh, awesome. And you can have your mom put them on you when you get home. Well, one each day, maybe. Maybe not all at the same time. How about some tattoos? How cool is that? You're welcome. Would you like, can you have an organic sucker? Sure. Okay. Would you like an organic sucker? Okay, we're going to get him an organic sucker. Awesome. Okay, everybody, I'll be right back. 1 second. I got to get an organic sucker for this cute little one. Over here. Okay, you want a red one or an orange one? Here. Well, a red one or an orange one? Red. Okay. Come here. Do you like this? It's totally safe for you to eat, too. Thank you. No bad sugars. You're so welcome. What a cutie you are. Aw, how cute. Yeah.
Ladybug, you're right.
Yeah.
There you go.
You are just such a cutie. Oh, okay.
We'll see you
Well,
later.
sorry, I was doing the live
It's
video
all
when you
good.
walked in. I usually
It's all
interact
good.
with everybody. I was like, oh, yeah, sure. Thank you for stopping in. Sign our guest book so you can keep posted on our adventures and our Rainbow Warrior missions that we're doing. Well, what is his name?
Dominic.
Dominic, it's so nice to meet you. Thank you for coming in and coloring.
You too. Good.
Oh, what a sweetie. What a sweetie. Thank you so much for coming in. And I'm usually very interacting with people, but I'll email you and you'll get the full report on our mission that we do. And then our Rainbow Warriors program that he can get involved with. Do you all live close by or?
I live in Tulsa.
Oh, okay, that's not too far. We're having a big, huge party here in May. The 1st of May, we're bringing in our Fijian friends. It'll be free, kid-friendly, dog-friendly, all kinds of fun stuff, free giveaways. It's going to be an all-day thing and into the night. We're going to have a drumming circle, a kava circle, a shaking of the gourds, face painting for the kids, eco-filling balloons, all this fun stuff in May.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
Dominic, I
keep you
think that
posted.
little spoon goes over here.
Thank you, Dominic. Appreciate it. Okay, so now I am back to our regularly scheduled program. So because we kept the shop open for our late nighters tonight, and they were walking by and needed some time to pass by, and Dominic and his mom was over there coloring, and he's so sweet. All right. Bye-bye. We'll see you later. Thank you so much. Have a great night. So anyway, okay, so as I'm talking, I'm experiencing different feelings, and I would love to sit down with each one of you all to tell you and show you exactly what I felt, because I was literally, when I talked about whenever things come crashing down in your life, or they seem like they're crashing out, you have to take yourself, out of the situation. You have to stand up here and you have to look at it all. But when we mastered that art, I didn't know, honestly, I didn't know how profound it would be. And I had plunged to a different level through my first journey, okay? And I'm always working on raising my vibrations, raising my vibrations. Well, I thought my vibrations were really low whenever this certain situation happened. But were they? Maybe they weren't. Because things were actually done in love, and love from the bottom of my heart and with my soul and my gut and my everything that I have. However, like I said, maybe there was this test that was to see what kind of reaction that we would have. Does it make it right? I'm not saying there's not a right or a wrong here, okay? There's a journey of life, and there's a process, and then there is a journey of healing. And maybe sometimes, and myself included, that things need to happen in order for us to go even deeper into our soul and find out what made this situation happen. And in order to find that out, we must recognize the yin and the yang. Meaning that the yin and the yang, you usually see the yin yang, you know, and that's what we have on the Live Happy, Be Pure over here. And that represents the good and the evil, and the positive and the negative. Yes, we need a lot more positivity to outweigh the negativity, and a lot more good to outweigh the evil. Absolutely, that's what always happens. However, and I heard this on a video about 2 years ago, and it took a long time, well, not real long, but it took a while for it to process, for me to accept what this guy was saying. And then as I furthered my journeys, as I went out on my experiences, it really resonates with me. And then after I experienced what I am just now experiencing, and I'm still experiencing it, to have harmony, balance in this world, there must be the evil, the yang, to balance out the goodness. Why, Lynette? Why does that have to happen? There is no right or wrong. There is a right or wrong. But in this scenario, in the spiritual being, in the consciousness of awakening, not necessarily a right or a wrong. And there is no why. The why is because we are growing, and whenever we see everything for what it really is, instead of trying to assume, and Jonathan actually taught me that, you know, you assume, stop assuming. And that's, you know, one of the four agreements, you know, never make assumptions. That is so true. When we go and make assumptions, then it does seem like our world gets scattered all over the place. But when we have balance, and I'm not saying put negative stuff in your life just to create that balance, not you, the universe. And the universe only hears the positive and the pluses. But there is this balance. What did God create for all of you Christians out there? Some of you are going to say, well, he created good, Lynette. Isabella? Yeah, he did. It did, she did, they did, okay? Well, for the Christian followers, wasn't Lucifer created? And whenever you follow the Christian religion, you also know what God created. But you also know that what God created turned very bad, very fast. Well, we don't know really how fast it was, but very wicked and evil. But it was God's most treasured creation, right? But also the Christians will say, and God is the all-knowing, and he knows what you're going to do before it happens. So wouldn't that stand to the same statements that God knew what was going to happen before it happened. So therefore, there had to be a mixture in this world in order for everything to be in harmony and working in nature and the universe as it should. Now, yes, we want to speak positive. We want to put out positive vibrations, nothing but love and kindness and happiness and peace and joy and just everything, all happy. And, you know, yes, there's a time to cry. There's time for all of that. But we want to put out all these great vibes. The universe will do the rest. The universe and God hears the positivity that you're sending out. Whenever you say, I don't want that, they're not listening to the don't. They're listening to the I want that. Don't is irrelevant. So that's what I mean by the yin and the yang. And let's take this for instance. Let's take, well, I guess I could put it, that's a big one. Let me get off this table. Let's take the Himalayan salt lamps. Okay. What most of you know what they are for. You know, you're supposed to rub these lamps because the more you rub them, the more it gets into your energy and the more it gets into your blood flow. It has the negative ions. It also helps to ionize the air with the negative ions, but the negative ions offset the positive ions that you have in your body. Just like a battery has a positive and a negative. It's a balance. Has to have. Car battery, a phone battery, a battery, whatever. The lamp has negative. We have positive. And in order to keep our ecosystem working, we must have negative ions. Are you getting the picture now? Am I saying create negativity? I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is that in order for us to fully evolve around and come to full awareness and consciousness, we have to accept that what's going on in the world is for our highest and best now. As long as we are in alignment with God and the universe, now we create catastrophes. We do. That out there is that out there. We create our own realities. I know I do. I know I did. And I know what happened. And now that I look, and I'm learning more and more about what is happening. But there is a yin and a yang. I personally didn't create it, but I did. And also my higher self knew some things that needed to be said or done in order to get to the next level. In order to do more soul searching, deeper diving, as my friend Ralph Smart would say, dive deeper. And when you do deeper diving and you dive into there, then you know that there is more that awaits you in the great abyss, okay? So we're going to have another part, a second and a third part series of the yin and the yang and balancing and have an equilibrium. Is that how, equilibrium? Something like that. Equal balance is what I'll call it. So it is very possible we use our God power. God gave us power, God energy. And some people can call it voodoo and witches and warlocks and this and that and the other, but God gave us energy. And then for those Christians, when you talk about Jesus, did Jesus not say, but you have more power than I ever had? Who's right? Jesus, or I don't know. I'm just asking a question here. That's all I'm doing. Just wanting to get you to think a little bit more on a deeper level. You know, I'm not knocking anybody whatsoever. I'm just posing questions and posing scenarios that it can all evolve around. I'm still growing every single day. And even through this experience that I'm on, it's like, you know, that was it. This was a time for really growing and understanding even more. Maybe there was this cage that was preventing us from understanding our own inner self. Does that make sense? Yes, even me. I mean, hey, we're growing, and there are different things, and there are some things that I was exposed to in hypnotherapy that I kind of forgot, but I didn't forget, but it was just like, oh, huh, okay. That explains it a little bit better now. I get it. So I'm still growing every day, and I just want to tell you all, I want to share everything with you all because it's just so freaking amazing when you sit back. Yeah, there's going to be heartaches. You're going to cry. You're going to be upset, and it's okay to cry because crying is purging. Crying is getting all of that out. Oh my gosh. But it's time to heal, right? And it's time to forgive, and it's time to just put your soul out and lay it down and say, I am going to be the best me that I can ever be. Seriously, literally. And do your prayers, do your meditation. You know me, I like to go out in the earth. I'm not telling everybody to go out in the earth, but you should every single day anyway to get grounded and get that good energy balance and that good earth vibration going on. But I love to get my energy from the moonlight. And of course, early morning sunrise. I love to do that. It just powers my meditation. It just powers my soul. It powers everything on my whole being. So do more soul searching, do more meditation, do more studying about the yin and the yang and the balance of good and evil, of why these exist, how they exist. Am I saying create the evil? Am I saying create the catastrophe so that you'll have some balance in your life? No, absolutely not. But maybe our higher selves, once we get on these vibrations and once we open the doors and we unlock the windows, then different things can come in that will help us achieve the next level of what experience and what lessons we were supposed to learn. Because it's all about learning. And if we are not learning, we are not growing. We are just being stagnant. Make sense? Okay, so stay tuned for part 2. I will be on here maybe tomorrow night. Probably tomorrow night because it's New Year's Eve. I mean, it's New Year's Day. Hey, while everybody's in here relieving their hangovers and headaches, I will be in here as well. But we will be coming to you live tomorrow night as well for part 2 of the balancing of the yin and the yang. Just wanted to plunge right in there tonight and just give you an overview synopsis, but we'll do a little bit deeper diving on the subject of the matter tomorrow evening. Probably, I don't know, maybe early, maybe later. I don't know. But anyway, thank you all for tuning in. I really, really, really appreciate you. Please pass these videos along to people that can use these messages. Please just share them. Everything that happens in our group stays in the group, as you all know. Everything that we write, I want you all to be encouraged. Share your thoughts, share your feelings in the group. Share them on the wall. None of that is shared outside of the group. We don't share buttons on those. There might be a share button, but don't. Refrain, please. But the videos are for everyone to hear. We want everyone to hear these. I share them so that people that are not in the group, I encourage them to come to the group. But these videos are for everybody. No, I'm not the all-knowing, in-knowing, but I know that these messages reach other people, and I get lots of feedback, and people are very thankful that I said these things. So, and it's not coming from me. It's coming from all the experiences. It's coming from you all, feeding off of good, positive energy. So please share these messages, share these videos with people on your wall. Please do that and encourage people to come over to the Art of Health Restoration. And you all stay here, be merry, enjoy your night, have the most prosperous, abundant, amazing evening ever, and create peace and harmony and happiness all over. Just sprinkle that shit all over the place. There you go. So why? Because you are awesome. You are amazing. You are BeaYOUtiful, and you are loved. Vanaka Vaka Levu for tuning in, and until we meet again, Morthe.